Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. You guys, today I'm coming to you with an unwrapping. Now, I got this deck just 2 hours ago, so this is a brand new deck for me. Obviously, we're going to do the unwrapping together. I'm always very excited to do an unwrapping. I am not just so sure that unwrappings are the best way, or that is it better that I open my decks beforehand so I can show you guys what my experience has been with this deck. But you know, I've considered both options. Is it really good to do an unwrapping? Is it really drop in the comments, let me know if unwrappings is something that you like, and if it is, then we'll continue doing them. If not, maybe we can tweak it around or something like this. But anyway, I decided that for this particular deck, I'm gonna unwrap it with you guys. So let's get started. Now, you guys, this is by US Game Systems. It is not a new deck. However, it came into print a while ago and then they took it off of the market. They came out with it not too long ago now. This is the revised version, and it is the Jepardize Tarot. I saw it online and I loved it, and I thought, what a great deck, right? And so it is by US Game Systems. I like US Game Systems very much. I think that their quality is really good. I think that for the price that you get, it's also really good. So let's get started, you guys. Let's unwrap this deck and let's see what this deck is all about. So it comes in a fairly big box, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm familiar with these boxes. They are a lot bigger than your usual box, and whenever I see that a deck comes in a box like this, I go ahead and I order it because I know I'm gonna like it. Of course, if I see that I like the deck, right, and I like the cards. Like I said, this is the back of the box, by the way, and pause your device if you want to take a look at that or read that. It's a hardcover box, of course, and the box opens up like this, and it comes with a nice size booklet, it looks like. So this is the book, and already I can tell you that I really like the materials. I really like the book. I really like the printing. It looks really, really nice. And you know, guys, that's one of those things about US Game Systems. You don't have to pay a lot of money to get a beautiful deck. This seems like it's going to be like that. Now, we'll have to go through the cards and everything, but look at this book, you guys. It is a pretty thick book. It's over 173 pages. It gives you a picture of the card here, and then it gives you the meaning on the other side. And if you want to know how this reads, then pause your device and take a look at that. So, as I mentioned before, you guys, this is Jepardize Tarot by Nino Jepardize. So it is all drawn by Nino, and you can find out more information about Nino and artist information. Born in Tbilisi, Georgia, 1961, and lives in Paris, France. So here's a little bit about the artist Nino Jepardize, in case you are interested in that. Pause your device and take a look at that. He lives in Paris at the moment, it seems like, and I think that all of this work was in, here's a card spread, and I think that all of the work is in a gallery in Paris, or at least was. I don't know what the status of the work is, if it's been bought, if it's been sold. We're here for these cards, you guys. So let's take a look at these cards. Let's see what this deck is really all about. Here are the cards. You know, one of the things that I saw online, because of course I saw a review of this deck online, was that the cards seem to be a bit oversized, and of course I'm thrilled about that when I find cards that are oversized. And another thing that I thought was really cool about this deck is that it is by US Game Systems. I really like US Game Systems, and I think whenever they put a deck out, whenever they have a new deck, I kind of jump on it. Once again, their prices are really good, and you can't go wrong with US Game Systems. These are the cards, you guys. Take a look at that. This is the back of the card. Isn't that beautiful? Really, I love that. I think that looks gorgeous. Of course, they're reversible, and paper stock feels pretty good. Run of the mill for US Game Systems. It doesn't seem like it's too thin. It doesn't seem like it's too thick. It's really not matte. Well, it is matte actually, with a little bit of shine, I would say, but pretty good card stock, really. Size, I'm having a little bit of a hard time holding this deck, as you can see, you guys. It's a little bit too long. And here, when we compare it to a regular card, you will see that how much longer it is or how much taller it is, and it is also wider. So when it comes to holding this deck, you might have a little bit of a problem. I think I think I'm going to manage it, and when it comes to shuffling this deck, I don't think you're going to have a problem. It seems like it's going to slide pretty well. When it comes to doing a spread situation, it spreads just beautiful, you guys. So far presentation, so far cardstock, so far size, I'm all good with it. It can be a bit too big for some people. For me, it's already on the limit. I don't really have long fingers, so that can create a little bit of a problem for me. But other than that, it just seems like it's really, really nice. And so let's go over these cards together, because I have not. And of course, this is an unwrapping, so we're going to do this together. It's the presentation card. This is a cheat sheet. It looks like Guide to the Jepardize Tarot Minor Arcana Traditional Jepardize. So they changed a little bit. So the swords are winds, and the element is air, of course. Wands are fire, cups are tides or water, and pentacles or coins are gardens and earth. Court card titles: page is jester, knight is stranger, queen is queen, and king is king. So a little bit of a cheat sheet there for you in case you were wondering. And here are the cards. This is the Fool. I'm getting circus vibes here, of course, and pretty cool. I like the printing, by the way. If you're familiar with US game systems, you will probably recognize this printing already right off the bat. This is the Magician. Wow, I love the artwork. There's so much to look at here. It's really incredible. The Priestess. Beautiful, you guys. Look at that. It gives me Dali vibes. It gives me a little bit of Picasso vibes. The Empress. How beautiful are these cards, really? They come in a frame, and of course, you guys, they are not gilded. Not of course, but they're not gilded. I don't know why I said of course, because they don't need to be gilded, right? This is War, which is number 5. This is the Hierophant. So if you are starting with tarot, this might be a deck that, if you're starting with tarot and you're learning with another system, whether it would be RWS or it would be any of the other systems, I think this deck is going to give you a little bit of a hassle. This is love. Or maybe not. You know, you guys, I don't want to be that one that said, oh, don't use this deck if you're starting, or don't do this one. Like, do whatever feels good to you. You know, to me, when I first started, this is the Chariot. When I first started with tarot, I thought that there were so many rules. I needed to do this, and I needed to learn this, and was right, and this is wrong. And you guys, and then I started getting really weird out about it for a while, about tarot, because I thought there's so many things that I need to follow, so many recommendations from this one or that one, or I need to do it this way, I need to do it that way. The Hermit. And you guys, at the end of the day, it's nothing like that. You really can work with tarot however you choose to work with tarot. Don't let anybody else tell you anything, really. And so for me, it was a sort of a liberation, because this is the Fortune. I thought I needed to do a certain way. I thought I needed to do things exactly how they were telling me I needed to do them. And in the end, we all find our way. You guys, strength. We all do the things, and we all work with our tarot decks however we want to work with them. And you can memorize all of the meanings of the cards. You can read them by intuition. It's really up to you. The Drowned, which is the Hanged Man, right? Look how beautiful. I love the colors. I love the images. This is Death. So to sort of wrap up with that point, you know, do with your tarot decks what you think. Follow your instincts. If you think that you want to take on a deck like this right away, and you're just starting with tarot, then do it. For me, that wouldn't have worked. It would have been a little bit confusing, so I needed to start with the RWS and then from there take it on. And that's how I sort of eased my way into tarot. This is the Devil. Love that. I haven't seen one card yet that I don't like, by the way. The Tower. This is also gorgeous. Wow, so much going on there. And this is just one of those cards that I think are full of symbolism, guys. You're going to have to really look in there. The Star, to really depict everything that you see. I think that at first glance, there is just so much to look at that it might be a bit confusing. This is the Moon. I love it. It's like you're not, but you can't see it. There's something being hidden. But however, there's the eye there, right? Sort of coming out of the earth. Really cool. The sun. I am very, very pleased so far with what I'm seeing. Thank God. And once again, you guys, this is really not that expensive. It's really not inexpensive as well, but it's not super expensive. It's US game systems, so you know that it's going to be something that is reachable and affordable. The world, wow, is there a lot to look at there? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I see a figure of a woman here, and then I see maybe some animals. Wow. This is going to be one of those decks that I'm going to really have to look. Ace of Wands. So that is the Ace of Swords. How Batman, right? This is the Two of Wands, which is the Two of Swords. The Three of Wands or Three of Swords. Really cool. Really, really good images. Wonderful images. The Four of Wands or the Four of Swords. I like that. Very nice with all the animals in there. Five of Wands. And of course, you guys, I can't or I won't stop on each card. Six of Wands or Six of Swords. Seven of Wands. That's a perfect Seven of Wands, right? What a classical image that is. But if I stop at every card too long, then the videos run too long, you know, and that's not what we're here for. We're here to sort of get a glance at the deck and see if you like it. Maybe it's a deck for you. Maybe it's not a deck for you. That's the Nine of Wands, by the way. So the Nine of Swords. That's the Ten of Wands or Ten of Swords. Interesting, right? The tree there with all the bats hanging from it. This is the Jester of Wands, and the Jester is the page. It seems like for the Wands, the main character is this bat. So here we go again. Or it's like either they're holding it or it's on their heads. This is the Stranger of Wands. Queen of Wands. What a cool deck. Wow, is this super artistic? There is the King of Wands. Look at him. There's once again those wings, right? Those bat wings. This is the Ace of Fire. Wow, is that an Ace of Fire? There's a lot of fire in there. There's the Two of Fire, and there's he standing looking at the fire in the background, right? So, and this is the same picture that they chose for the box. This is the Three of Fire. Pretty. Oh, the Four of Fire. It looks like a celebration is going on there, you guys. You see that? So pretty. Wow, am I happy I got this deck. Really, what a wonderful addition to my collection. I can already say that we're halfway through the deck, and I can tell you, wow, amazing addition to my collection. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a deck that they produced and then they stopped producing. I heard or read somewhere that there was so much demand for it that US Game Systems decided that they were going to do a revised version. And so they have, and I'm so glad they have, because it is just absolutely gorgeous. Eight of Fire, really, really cool deck. Price is really good. Nine of Fire. So that's the Nine of Wands. This is the 10 of Wands or 10 of Fire, as they call them here on this particular deck. Jester of Fire, Page. Stranger of Fire. The colors are beautiful. Now, if this is one of those decks that is just full of artwork, I would have to include you guys. Some of my lists are going to have to be updated, because I did a list of the most artful decks out there that I have, and of course I just got this one, so this one is not on that list. I'm going to have to update those lists again, because as I keep getting more decks into the collection, I keep adding more decks, of course, and so the lists are changing all the time. You see this introduction here, then you're probably going to see this deck added to some of the lists that will be coming up, because as I get more decks, then I need to update my list, right? This is the Three of Tides or the Three of Cups. Beautiful. The Four of Tides, really cute. The two of them in the middle of the water there. The Five of Tides or Five of Cups. The Six of Tides or Six of Cups, of course, childhood memories, right? Something that comes back to us in some way or another. Seven of Tides, you guys. Beautiful. It's the Seven of Cups. So you see the snakes there, and it looks like he has to choose from, but it's a lot of negative things. At least snakes usually depict something that is negative. The Nine of Tides, which is the Nine of Cups. Really pretty. It's sort of like wishing upon a star when I see that. The 10 of Tides, 10 of Cups. This is Jester of Tides. So jesters are pages. This is the Stranger of Tides. The Queen of Tides. I love that queen. Wow. It's like 1920s, 1930s, but look, she's throwing the cup out. She's throwing the liquid out of the cup. Interesting, really. King of Tides, Two of Gardens. And if you want to know sort of what or how the book reads, here is the Two of Gardens. So it gives you here the picture, of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, and then here it gives you a brief description of the card. It really tells you the name of the drawing or the painting, and it gives you the sizes of the painting, which I think is really cool. And gouache, ink, and collage, it's the media. And then here you come to the divinatory meanings. What wonderful, wonderful description, wonderful art. If you're into art, you guys, this is a deck that you may totally want to get your hands on. This is the Three of Gardens, which is the Three of Coins. This is the Four of Gardens. Four of Coins. Look at that Five of Gardens. Wow, which is the Five of Coins. You know, tossed out to the street, right? Totally, it looks like he's homeless. Amazing. But there's so much to look at. There's so much symbolism in this deck. Six of Gardens, Seven of Gardens, Eight of Gardens, working hard there. Nine of Gardens. How beautiful. The Nine of Coins. 10 of Gardens, Jester of Gardens, the Stranger of Gardens, Queen of Gardens, King of Gardens. Wow, you guys, I really have no words to tell you how happy I am with this deck. So, I am thrilled to have this baby on my list. Not only that, you guys, price was good, quality is good. US game systems, you cannot go wrong with them in a lot of times. So the only time that I don't get a US game systems is if I just don't relate to the cards. And then I won't get the deck, right? But when I see a deck online, or when I see it on YouTube, somebody else is doing a video on them, and I look at the pictures, and I go online and I look at what sort of art style it is, then I see that it's a US game systems. I just go ahead and I order it. I don't even think about it twice, because for the money, for the accessibility, for the card stock, for the printing, I know that I'm going to get a good product for a good, reasonable price. And that's what I just got here. On top of the fact that this deck is just totally artistic and absolutely gorgeous. So shuffling will not be a problem. Handling this deck, yeah, it's a bit longer when it comes to size, but I don't think it's going to be a problem in the end for me, and I'm just so happy that I got this deck. So you guys, with that being said, don't forget to tell me, do you have this deck? Are you thinking about getting this deck? Let me know in your comments. Thank you for watching, as always, and as I always say, until the next time, and don't forget to subscribe.